You type a topic into a generative AI tool, select a template, and watch the software assemble a 10-slide deck in about 90 seconds. On the surface, it looks like a productivity win. But when you finally stand up to present that deck to a venture capital panel or an executive board, the speed of the tool starts to work against you. The issue is how we process information. Humans cannot read paragraphs of descriptive prose on a screen and listen to a speaker at the same time. If you put text on a slide, your audience will stop listening to you so they can finish reading it. AI presentation tools prioritize filling space over making a point. They populate layouts with web-scraped data and arbitrary icons, like a cartoon rocket ship next to a revenue projection. These visuals provide no strategic value. They just signal to the room that the presenter didn't make the decisions on the screen. To regain control of the room, you have to change how you use the AI. Instead of asking it to be a graphic designer, you must force it to act as a structural architect. This process requires 3 specific inputs: your unformatted business notes, a standard text-based LLM, and a completely blank slide canvas. By moving away from automated templates and focusing on engineered logic, you ensure the audience isn't reading ahead. They have to look to you to understand why the data on the screen actually matters. Start by closing any tool that promises to generate visual slides for you. Take your raw business case, your metrics, your goals, and your research, and copy it all to your clipboard. Professional environments require a sequence of clear decisions. You cannot hide a weak strategy behind a decorated template, which is why we start with a text-only framework. Paste your raw notes into the LLM and follow them with these exact instructions: the Cognitive Architecture Protocol. This prompt forces the AI to output exactly 10 sections, removing any room for corporate jargon or filler. The protocol identifies 4 strict dimensions for every slide. First is the one thesis, one sentence the audience must internalize. Second is the cognitive load, a single visual asset, like a metric in 96-point font or a 3-variable table. Third is the exclusion principle, which lists the data that is explicitly banned from the slide to prevent clutter. Finally, it generates the oral deliverable, the 30-second script you will speak while that slide is visible. Forcing the AI to separate what the audience sees from what they hear eliminates the need for you to read your own slides. You are no longer repeating the screen, you are adding to it. Once the LLM provides its output, you must audit it. Check that you have 10 distinct sections and ensure the language is clinical and direct. The narrative must follow a specific progression. Slides 1 through 3 are designed to build tension by establishing this specific problem your business case is trying to solve. Slide 4 is the pivot. This is where the momentum shifts from the problem to your specific solution. It is the most important transition in the deck. The rest of the deck follows a logical path: the architecture of your solution, the financial return for the client, and finally, the forcing mechanism, the specific call to action that ends the meeting. If the AI tries to add extra slides or slips back into vague marketing language, reprompt it. Do not accept anything that deviates from the 10-slide constraint. This rigid structure ensures that each slide builds on the last. Instead of a series of disconnected facts, you are presenting a compounding logic that makes your conclusion feel inevitable. Now, move to your presentation software and start with a blank slide. Your goal here is visual restraint. Look at the cognitive load parameter the AI generated. If it calls for a single comparison chart, draw only that chart. Do not add background images or icons. Put your 30-second oral deliverable in the presenter notes where only you can see it. The audience should never see your script on the screen. Consider a cloud migration proposal. A standard AI tool might give you a stock photo of a server and 3 bullet points about leveraging architecture. Our protocol replaces that with a single timeline chart showing exactly how your process eliminates 14 days of downtime. You will be tempted to add more data. You'll want to sneak in technical specs or pricing logos. This is where you must follow the exclusion principle and keep that data off the visual canvas. By leaving that negative space on the slide, you force the audience to stop looking for information in the text and start looking at you for the answer. You now have a blueprint for a professional presentation. The noise is gone, and the amateur icons have been replaced by a clear narrative. Because you used AI to engineer the logic of the deck rather than the pictures, you've eliminated the risk of the room tuning you out to read your slides. Your next step is to rehearse the oral scripts in your speaker notes until you can deliver them without looking at the screen. Stripping away the visual clutter ensures that the audience is actually listening to your thesis. You've removed the distractions, allowing you to lock down the room and lead the conversation.